Hey, what are you doing out here, crazy? Come inside, we're making gluten-free dough. Still, Alex Koons here at Hot Tongue Pizza. Today we are making magic. I'm talking about gluten-free dough, baby. Look at the bottom. Look at that. Woo. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to use the Caputo Fioreglut flour. You can get this on Amazon. This is just the easiest blend that returns the best results, I think, without getting like crazy, making your own, tapioca, millet, potato starch mix yourself. So I highly recommend this, and that's what we're using today. So we're doing sugar. We're doing salt. Fair amount of yeast. We got our water. Our hydration. And some oil. I just realized I didn't mix the dry ingredients up with the fork first. Don't forget to do that because I just did. But it's not gonna ruin our dough. Okay? Mix everything together real good. Okay, this is not going to be like regular dough. We are gonna mix it to the consistency almost of frosting. Okay, you can definitely use a spatula. I'm using my hand just because it is a bit quicker, but using a spatula and going at it, you're probably gonna retain a lot more of the dough itself so it doesn't wind up on your glove or your hand in the garbage. So after you're done kneading this into a frosting, putty, pancake batter mix, you're gonna cover it for 15 minutes. Let it sit, we'll be right back. The gluten-free has rested for 15 minutes. Let's open her up. So a little oil on our hands. We're gonna get to the hard part, okay? We're gonna knead this into a little ball. It should have hardened up a bit, okay? We put a little oil on it as well. Okay? Okay, quickly, just rolling this thing. It is not gonna be easy. Might need more oil. There we go. Yeah, don't be afraid to dial up that oil. There we go, okay? And just like in our regular dough recipe, we're pulling it in on each other, on itself. All right? So quick touches, oiled hands, and we're gonna let this dough ball sit for an hour and a half, okay? Oil her up, cover her up, and let her rest. See you in an hour and a half. Let's release the Kraken, AKA the gluten-free dough. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. All right. I think that's doubled in size. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to weigh this dough ball out. You can split it into 3s, which I think the recipe says. I'm gonna split it in 2 since I have a commercial oven. Okay, so let's not forget the oil on our hands is gonna be important. You got a little oil? Everyone knows Vincent Van Gogh from episode 2 of Taste Buds. Number 1 here, don't forget it. So oil your hands because this dough is not as pliable as regular, not regular, but dough with gluten, okay? So we are going to equally, okay? We got 2 dough balls at 303. You can make them smaller if you're using an uni or home kitchen oven. But we're gonna start with that. Okay, these are ready to bake now, okay? You can, if you want, at this point, wrap them in plastic, put them in the fridge, and cook them tomorrow. I've noticed that the rise isn't that much better. So I'm gonna dip this into this gluten-free flour. Put a little on this paddle. Okay, and this is gonna be much harder Okay, slowly. More G-free flour. You probably got maybe one flip on this. All right, so hood's on. This can be your best friend as a spatula. If you don't put enough flour down, it's gonna stick to whatever you're using. I recommend getting a wood paddle. For regular dough, outside dough, I know these unis and Breville comes with like a metal peel. I don't fuck with them. I use a wood paddle from everything. You get one on Amazon, get one from Restaurant Depot. Who knows, Costco probably has this shit. But I always just use a wood paddle. So anyways, I didn't put enough flour down, so it was sticking. I do a little hip check, okay? And depending on your skill set, you can go farther, you can get a thinner crust, but I'm gonna stop here, okay? Hit me with a little sauce, boss. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay. Another thing that helps with gluten-free dough, a little oil. We'll oil that crust up. I probably should have put the oil on first, but definitely don't want to get it on the sides because then your pie's gonna stick. All right, do a little hip check. We sliding around. Gluten-free loves heat. The hotter, the better. Just like that. Yeah, gluten-free pizza with a nice crumb and delicious flavor. Look at the bottom. Look at that. Woo! Impress your friends. Again and again. Use the recipes from alexkoons.com. Ooh, that's hot.